The No Nonsense Roundtable, a weekly radio show and podcast where host Dom Geneva interviews guests from all walks of life, all with amazing stories to tell. And now, here's your host, Dom Geneva.
Well, welcome everybody to a special edition of your No Nonsense Roundtable because this is the week after the inductions for the Rochester Music Hall of Fame. And I am honored to have somebody here, and I have to be honest with you, I was rooting for you for years and years and years and years to be inducted, and you were finally inducted, and it's Jerry Boone, who is the founder of the wonderful Skycoasters. So welcome to my studio. It is so good to see you. You're a good friend, and more than that, you are not only a musician, but you are an entertainer.
Thank you, Dom. You're and so are you. I love the show, but I'm so glad you brought me on, and I'm still higher than a kite over this wonderful induction that the band had after 59 years we've been doing this.
Yeah.
1967, we started it out.
And that's the thing. I talk all the time about people and places that are woven into the culture of Rochester. Woven into the culture of Rochester, and you can start naming these things. The Kodak Hall. You got Jiva. You got even places like the distillery is a Rochester thing. Don's Original. You got the Red Wings baseball. Wegmans. You have all these things. Yeah. The Museum of Play. All these things are Rochester things.
Yes,
right.
Definitely.
You are a Rochester. You're a Rochester phenomenon. I mean, after all of these years, who doesn't know the Skycoasters? My wife went to Geneseo way back when. She remembers when she was in college listening to you guys.
We played there several times. I know it's we're very fortunate, and I love it because I have. Like you, I had a regular business career in sales and everything, but this was something that I grew up with. My parents encouraged my brother and I. He was a drummer. I ended up going from clarinet to sax, and then, it was great in high school. But putting this band together our senior year in high school and then loving what we did, we were able, at least I was able certainly to mix both lives, the work life, the family life, and then be able to go out and play. And no matter how tired you were on a Friday or Saturday night, you get out and play with your band, and you're excited, and it's and the people, and it's great. So, yeah, very fortunate, and I love playing in the band, and the players are just great guys, and some of them are been there 46 years and 37 years, Well,
and some of the things in particular about your show is that you do a little performance, a little visual, a little bit, you surprise people. You got a little kind of corny things in there sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. No, you're right.
There's nothing. My mother, God rest her soul, said, it's okay to be childlike, but not childish.
Yeah. You're bringing up a good thing. I remember when we first were playing in high school, and that went great, and then colleges. But around 1978, 80 was the time that a few of the originals had jobs and moved out of the state. So we put the band back, not back together, but added some more instruments. And as we were getting ready to play out, you talk about your mother. My mother came up with an idea. She goes, you don't want to do 3 sets of the same kind of music the whole night. Why don't you guys do something like from the big band era? And that was so different then. It really was so different that it was cool. So I remember going out with the band, and I went out to all the Goodwills and got these white jackets, and then we added in an extra trumpet, an extra trombone, an extra baritone sax. We called them the big band guys. And during the second set, the whole thing would change. We'd say, we're taking you back to the 1940s. And we had all the charts for the great songs of the 40s, In the Mood and so forth. That made it, that was the beginning of, let's change it up. And then after that, it was like, hey, we're doing disco. Let's put some disco balls on our head and really get dressed like it. And that's what we did, believe it or not, at the Eastman Theater.
Yeah, no, it was great. But the thing is that you have earned the respect of other musicians. I mean, Gene Cornish loves you.
Oh, yeah.
Gene Cornish, if anybody's living under a rock,
right.
Gene Cornish, Rochester guy.
Right.
He identifies as a Rochester guy.
Yes.
He always talks about, the Savoyas and the Red Wings and Don's Original.
Oh, yeah.
And he had you play with the Rascals.
Yes.
And that's how much respect he has for you. And there's a video somewhere of him and you guys practicing together and whatever. But that's a really fantastic thing. Now, how did you get in touch with him originally? How did this because we're going to call him in a second.
Yes.
But how did this thing all happen together originally?
Well, during the 60s there, when I was playing in the band, we all heard about, we loved the Rascals. They were coming out with all these songs. And then it was probably, I forget exactly, but we were having a Skycoasters turkey bash and at the Riverside. And we would normally draw around 600 people with that. And I thought, I would love this. I heard Gene Cornish, never knew him, came back to the House of Guitars once a year around Thanksgiving. Well, this year, evidently, he had a gig with Rascals. He wasn't going to make that weekend. But I was playing the Avon Corn Festival. I'll never forget this. Afterwards, we went into this bar, the Avondale. The guys in the band had a drink. And this guy came up to me and started talking. And I was talking to him. I said, let me buy you a drink. And somehow I got into this. We got this turkey bash. And I've always wanted to meet or get a hold of this Gene Cornish, but I don't know him. And this guy used to do stuff with House of Guitars. He knew Gene.
Oh, yeah.
And he had Gene's number. Yeah. And he goes, you want his number? I said, no, I can't call him up. He doesn't know who I am. Well, this guy, Kenny, he set it up. So all of a sudden, I'm talking to Gene Cornish, and I'm going, would you, if we flew you in and paid you, blah, 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 would you play, if we know these Rascal songs, I Got Horns, we're a great band, would you do it? And he goes, yeah. So it ends up, he comes in, this is so cool, the night before, there's this restaurant that he knew, obviously he knows everybody. We had maybe 20 people who knew Gene Cornish. I met him, he walks in, and my wife and I are there at the restaurant. I was like thrilled, I didn't even know what to say. And then we picked him up after that and took him to our band practice. The band's all waiting. We learned 6 Rascal songs. Said, Gene, let's play them for you. Obviously, we had the guitar. My God, he is so good on guitar. Yeah. So he's playing guitar with us in band practice, and he picked out, okay, we'll do these 4, and I'm going to change the endings on these, you guys. So he taught us these cool Rascals endings, like a real show. That was it. Yeah. And we just, we just fell in love with this guy. And then it's been straight from there. Then he liked the band so much, he says, I think I want to record with you guys. We could do 4 Rascal songs, and then you guys could sell them. We got to record with him at Tony Gross's studio. Yeah. So that's the story. But it was just by this guy in a bar. Yeah.
So we're going to take a moment now so we can get Gene on the phone. I'm going to play the induction video with all the attributes that it had. I think it was 3 or 4 minutes, and then we're gonna get Gene on the line. So get the two of you guys together, two winners of the Rochester Music Hall of Fame. Inductees, not winners, but inductees in the Rochester Music Hall of Fame. And you think about the planetary system that you just got inducted into. Chuck Mangione and
Lou Graham.
I mean, you're in company with all these guys. That's got to be. That's got to be cool.
I was there, walked out in the hall. There was Cap Mangione. I got a picture with him. I mean, I love this.
Well, and a lot of people just don't know, and you'll see it in the video, ladies and gentlemen. But they were at the inaugural for in 2009 for the new Yankee Stadium, and and then you played for the Steinbrenners. I mean, all these things.
Yeah.
You guys are just too humble.
Yeah,
that's all there is. You need to get out of your shell.
I know. People didn't know that once you play one of these national big events, people go, "Oh, I want you for mine out in California." Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, just be a little patient with us, and we will be right back with you.
When Jerry Boone came up with the name the Skycoasters in 1967, he and his buddies thought it would just be fun to be in a band their senior year at Brighton High School. They had no idea the path the Skycoasters was about to take them on. From the school dances to city events, the fun continued into their college years, booking themselves for big weekends at their respective colleges, even opening for bands like Chicago, Sha Na Na, and David Gates and Bread. The band blossomed in the late 70s. Lines of people formed to see the Skycoasters at local clubs like the Red Creek and Casablanca. That's when a light went off. Could they go bigger and rent the Mapledale Party House and fill it with 1,200 people? The Skycoasters Turkey Bash was born, catapulting them beyond a simple bar band. Next, the Skycoasters Summer Bash at the downtown festival tent. Thousands came. For Rochester's 150th year sesquicentennial event, the Skycoasters recorded their original hit song, Ra-Cha-Cha. The local hit was played on all radio stations and a video on Channel 31. In the mid-'80s, the Skycoasters team up with the RPO for a sold-out Pop Rocks concert at the Eastman Theater to benefit the orchestra. The RPO even wore crazy frog hats with the band. In the 90s, the Skycoasters went from national to international. First, the Goodwill Games in Seattle. Then NBC called and flew the band to Barcelona for the 1992 Summer Olympics to perform in a bull ring for all the athletes. The Indy 500 for Ford Motor Company followed. And then NFL Commissioner Party at the Tampa Super Bowl with Hall & Oates. And even more Super Bowls in the following years. In 2009, the Steinbrenner family hired the band to play opening day at the new Yankee Stadium. The Skycoasters have played major events across the U.S. and Bermuda, Spain, and Mexico, sharing the stage with national acts like the Four Tops, Rob Grill and the Grassroots, the Beach Boys, the Rascals, Three Dog Night, and many more. All the while giving back to Rochester, continuing to play fundraisers for local charities like Golisano Children's Hospital, Honor Flight Veterans, and Lollipop Farm, helping to raise well over $1 million in their nearly 60 years together. The group continues to draw enthusiastic crowds and regional audiences, provide artistic excellence, is deeply engaged with the Rochester community, and always focuses on their audience having fun. The Skycoasters are a perfect choice for the first band inducted into the new Local Legends Award category in the Rochester Music Hall of Fame. From day one, the mantra has been, we want people to have as much fun as we are having performing for them. In 1967, the humble high school band never would have believed that they'd still be here in front of you all these years later. Let's make some noise, Rochester, for your very own local legends, the Skycoasters.
Raccoon Man, you're right.
Raccoon Man.
Love it.
Yeah, Jerry's here. Did I ever tell you the story of Raccoon Man, Jerry?
Yes.
Yeah, and Raccoon Man, I'm going to recount that story on my show and on our podcast for everybody. But yes, this is Raccoon Man with one of your best friends, Jerry Boone, two inductees in the Rochester Music Hall of Fame. We were just saying very nice things about you and the Rascals and you being such a gentleman, Gene, playing with them, and you guys obviously love each other. I can see that.
Yeah, he's the best. That's for sure.
Yeah. Hi, Jerry.
Hey, Gene, how are you? I was just recording on the show and about how I got to meet you, and it was, I told you the other day, but I went through the whole thing. It was so cool. About after the Avon Corn Fest, and I was talking to this guy, I think it's Kenny, and he says, I know Gene Cornish. So it went from there, and I told him how we had dinner, and you came to band practice with us, and picked the 4 Rascal songs that you wanted us to play at the Turkey Bash, and it went off from there. So it was a good introduction for when you're coming in here.
Jerry, The Skycoasters are my favorite upstate band,
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
and of course, the Skycoaster horns
Yes.
play with the Rascals whenever we're upstate New York.
Yep. I think, and I've told this to Gene, for years people nominated us to be in the Rochester Music Hall of Fame. But it was when Gene said, oh, we've got a gig and normally we hire 3 horn players, but I know you guys, I'll get them to hire you. He took a chance on us, right? And then all of a sudden we're playing with the Rascals, our horns, and that brought us up a whole new level to the musicians in Rochester going, geez, if they're playing with the Rascals. And then we played 2 or 3 more gigs, a sold out performance in, Gina, remember this, in Buffalo with the Rialto. It was amazing. And I think that was the key to going, okay, these guys are legit.
Well, excuse me for interjecting this, but you know what this means? It's respect.
Yeah.
So you have respect for somebody who's not only in the Rochester Music Hall of Fame, but the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
Yes.
the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and this guy likes you. So
know.
yeah,
I know.
So that's brand. We call that branding in marketing. It's a pretty damn good thing.
We're just lucky.
Yeah.
I know. It's been great. Gene, and I announced that when as you remember, at the Eastman Theater, about how Gene has been a mentor to the band, has opened doors for us, and is a great friend and a first-class guy, and opened the doors so our horns could play with the Rascals. And that was, my little speech was just on him as a key person who's made a difference to us.
So they pretty much stole the show, Gene.
Yeah.
That's what Tony Gross told me.
Oh, that's good to hear. Tony was happy with us afterwards. And Gene, I think you might have talked to Tony about this. I thought when we were going to go in, we would wear tuxes and just sort of play it straight. And he goes, no, I want you to be you. And Gene said the same thing. He says, do what you do. So we did. We had our disco ball helmets and we did Disco Inferno and all that great stuff. And the crowd loved it.
I heard the people in the front rows were dancing.
Oh yeah, there were people dancing.
Oh, they were.
Yeah, they got into it. Yeah, well, you know how Jerry is. He's got everybody. Just happy. He makes them happy.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But Gene, you were there in heart and soul with us. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I want to talk about Gene's opportunity with the Rascals here for the New Jersey Hall of Fame.
Yes.
We've been pumping that on our site.
Right. And we got our new group, the Facebook group, the Rochester Music Mafia. It's like the Bills Mafia.
Yep.
And Gene, on this group, it's a private group. We don't take just anybody. But it's we have 2,326 people that are in this group. And that is the capacity of the Kodak Hall at the Eastman Theater.
Oh, yeah.
So a sold-out crowd is 2,326, and we have 2,326 members now. And these are all people who either are playing or buying tickets to put these people together in all genre of music. So what we're going to try to do, just like the Buffalo Bills Mafia tries doing good things for people, we're going to try to encourage people to vote for you guys, the Rascals, in this upcoming competition or award ceremony that we have.
And they got to do it before May 5th. I already voted, and I put it up on both our sites. And it's easy, folks. If you go on Skycoasters if you just click on the link, and then they have maybe 5 different groups to questions. But the last one is for entertainers, and it's got the Rascals and a couple other people. So you go in and you click on them, you give them your email, and it's a done deal. It's easy, and so we really encourage people in Rochester to do that. I mean, this is a Rochester-born guy.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
I mean, we were talking before before the show, and one inductee that I interviewed a long time ago, and he doesn't play instruments, he does something. I asked him. I said, "Is your favorite pastry shop Savoia?" And he's like, "What's Savoia?" So that's not a Rochester guy, right?
No, not at all.
We were talking about that too. Yeah, he would rather go to Don's Original than any place else in Rochester, or
Absolutely.
or go to the Strat Allen and have your eggs Benedict. I mean, he's a Rochester guy. Just because you lived in Rochester for 3 or 4 years, you may not be a Rochester guy. He's a Rochester guy. The Red Wings, listening to the ball game when he was a kid, from the stadium. He's a Rochester guy.
I got to tell you one quick thing about Gene. So I talked about, he said, let's record. So we recorded with him, but he got snowed in. And we kept him at the Strat Allen. We put him up there, first class place. So he was snowed in for 2 days. So, Gene's great. He invites me and my wife over because he had a nice suite. So we're in the outer. And what was so cool about this, he told me all these, I love to hear about people. He told me how he got started, how everything happened. And he basically was telling me the same stories that he had written in this book. Well, Gene's book, which is a great book. I know you've read it too. Oh, yeah. And so then I get to read the book and I'm hearing, gosh, he just told me this maybe a month ago, and now I get to read it here. How privileged was that? But it was great because I just loved hearing how did he get started and what
No, Gene's book is we have Gene on the phone. We're not letting him talk.
No, I know. I'm sorry. Yeah.
But Gene, your book is really, really good because it is a very interesting story because it starts, in the later years. Then you reminisce back to the beginning, and it's really, really, really a good book. Your co-writer is a wonderful guy. Helped me co-write my book, believe it or not.
Oh.
And anybody that wants book, it's Good Lovin', My Days as a Rascal, right? And it's at Amazon.
Now, when my first gig ever was at Avenue D Playground, and then my second gig was the Maplewood Park with Vince Muley.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And then I played at the 414 Club, the Garden Grill. I played for Tony DeLuca at the Shallot Pavilion. We played at 86 Club. We played at Newark, New Jersey. We played Stardust Ballroom at Edgerton Park. These are all famous places when I was young.
Yep.
Tony Domino's with Pat Peretti.
Well,
Pat Peretti.
Well, that's one of the things. I'm not blowing smoke at you. That's one of the things I really respect about you. You have these friends from you were in grammar school, and you've kept in touch with them. A lot of people that go up the ladder and they get famous and wherever, they forget their friends, but you don't.
I have George Sokolsky, which I talk to every week from the 4th grade.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. God bless you.
Yeah.
You're a mensch.
I went to Ben Franklin High when it was called Ben Franklin.
Yeah, and they got a couple of your books now in their library.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Well, Gene, unfortunately, I'm running out of time because I want to make sure we get his video in from his induction. But I thought it would be a really good idea to put the two of you guys together because it's a mutual admiration society.
Oh, yeah.
He loves you. You love him. His talent is finally recognized by the Hall of Fame, and it's really a great thing. And I think you putting I think you putting a little bit of emphasis on this over the last couple of years has helped the whole helped grease the wheels. Let's say that.
Oh, he definitely. They listen when he calls up. Yeah.
Oh,
definitely, definitely. Gene, we owe you.
For 10 years, I went to the House of Guitars the day after Thanksgiving, and we did a collection of clothing and food for the homeless. I played there for 10 years with Pat Peretti.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
That is neat.
All right, Gene. We're going to have to say goodbye for now, but we'll talk to you soon. And Raccoon Man is signing off.
Thanks again, Gene.
Bye, Jerry. God bless you.
Oh, God bless you, buddy. Thank you.
It's great listening to Gene, and the thing is that some people are so proud of being Rochesterians.
Yeah.
I mean, Jack Alaco's got 11 Emmys. He's got so many. I mean, I tease him. I said, "Do you have a shelf that can hold all these?" He's a Rochester guy. He identified. Scott Mayo, same thing. Rochester guy.
Right.
Yeah, because it's really a great place to live. Now, let's talk a little bit more and give some people a little bit more of direction about this award that we want to try to get the Rascals to win. So I'll put something on the Rochester Music Mafia.
Yes.
You're going to have something on your website. And
Yes.
what's your website URL?
Well, it's actually on Facebook.
Okay.
And I've got two. One is Skycoasters.
Okay.
And the other one is Jerry Boone.
Okay.
And, and then when you open it up, it's me because there's a Skycoaster image behind me. But I put it right there, and it's what they brought out. And it's all you got to do is click on that link that they have. And then, again, put your name and your email in, and then you answer the questions. And I think you can't just go to the last one and put in Rascals. You got to answer at least a couple of them for them. And you don't even know what these are educators. Which is your best? You don't know. Just pick a couple so you can get to the Rascals.
Well, that was their stomping ground back when. They played a place called the Barge in West Hampton, Long Island, for a long, long time. As a matter of fact, that's where my sister was in the hospital last year. And Jean, really great guy. She's in the hospital. She's very bad. She's got cancer, and we're kind of having a tough time with it. And Gene calls me up. He says, we're playing in Patchogue. Says, you want tickets? You and Nita go and see that. And it's like it's like, thank you.
That's nice. I know.
Just thank you.
Yep.
And then he greets me from the stage. He reads out my like anybody in Patchogue would know me. Would know me. I'd like to thank Dom Jennifer for being here. It's like, it's just
great.
just nice. And then, but the thing is, I bring him Savoia cookies. So that's the thing too. So between him and Wheeze, Savoia cookies.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Gotcha.
So, but anyway. So what's next for you? You got what things do you have coming up?
Well, we do have. So we're off this weekend, but I forget the next weekend. But we're going to be at Finger Lakes Casino, and that always jams up. What's great about it? It's free because people gamble, so they can make it free. And then a good buddy of mine, Skip Shumway of Shumway Marine, is going to have us about the 3rd. You'll be able to see this on our schedule, but the schedule is on skycoasters.com and Facebook. And we're going to be at Schooners, which is, we haven't played there before, but he made a bigger stage. And that's a free admission thing, too, on a Saturday night of the Memorial Day weekend. So we'll be there that Saturday, and everybody's got Monday off.
And then you're doing the Corn Festival again?
Oh, yeah. Avon Corn Fest, Geneseo, Summer Fest.
Yeah.
We jam. When we do Geneseo, I go in there and they go, see these people? I go, yeah. They've been here for 2 hours in their chairs so they could get in the spot waiting for you guys. Every year, there's well over 1,000 people there. They make money for, some charity and Rotary. It's so hometown. It's so nice. And we play there once a year. And the Avon Corn Fest, I'm talking 30 years in a row.
Yeah.
The guy who used to open it up, he would introduce me, and there goes, and this is Jerry Boone. He's older than dirt.
Well, the thing is that you look at this, and it's like the grandkids. I mean, it's 59 years. I mean, you got I'm sure there's some great grandkids in there someplace.
It's true.
How do you keep your looks though? You don't look anywhere close to your age.
It's because I'm in the band.
It's because you're in the band. Plus you've decided to keep your hair. I mean, that helps. Yeah, deciding to keep your hair
that helps.
Yeah, it helps a lot. Plus you're fit.
Yeah, so. I work out. I've always done that so that I could be. I wasn't going to let myself have a big belly or something like that and be in a band. No, you gotta.
So let me ask you a question. I like asking musicians a lot. Do you read music well, or do you not read music, or what?
I do now. I mean, I did, all through high school. But then it's funny because of Gene Cornish, when we were playing with him, they send us the charts. So we're playing like 14 Rascal songs. Well, I'm lucky. The trumpet player and the trombone player in our band are both music teachers.
Okay.
So I'm going, okay, I know this basically, but I got to refresh myself. So I actually had, our trumpet player was great. He took the tenor sax part and he played it into a tape. And so what I did, I was reading the music, but then I could hear in the background a trumpet playing the notes. So then once I did that, now I can read it. I'm right back to normal. But I didn't want to mess up for Gene. I wanted to make sure I had this down.
I couldn't even imagine what it's like. I talked to Scott Mayo. I said, "Do you hear?" He says, "I hear it in my head when I just read it." That's
me too.
Wow.
I don't have to. I look at the charts now. I played them a few times with the Rascals. I don't even hardly have to look at the music.
Well, the dangerous thing in your business now is that AI thing. Jeez, and auto tune and
we don't do any of that. But
no.
Yeah, although it was interesting for the video that you showed here, or you're going to show, the first version of it before Dino K did it, the guy who did the video for me, it was AI. It was an AI voice. He just typed in.
Really?
I gave him the narration. I said, here's what I wanted to say. Here's the pictures. Here's the videos. Let's do it. And it was AI. And I go, you're kidding. I thought it was your voice. He goes, nope. So that was cool, but we wanted to have Dino because he did all the other ones too.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're running out of time here. We're gonna have to go. But let me ask, what is the I always love asking this question because I forget what you said when you were first on. But the question I normally ask people first in the show is, what did you want to do when you were 10 years old? This wasn't it. You didn't want to be a band leader, and I know you worked for Kodak for a while, and whatever. But I mean, what did you want to do when you were young?
My uncle and family, I was playing clarinet.
Okay.
And I at 10, I picked it up, and then
really
I would finish my paperwork, come home, put on a record like Junior Walker and the All Stars back then, and just keep putting it back and learning it.
Really?
I loved that. I wanted to be in a band, like that, and then it all happened.
There's some people that catch on late. I was talking to Butch Roll, who was a Bill, and he picked it up late in life, like high school or whatever. So anyway.
Before you say goodbye, I want to hit everybody up. Don't forget this year, the Skycoasters Turkey Bash for Honor Flight Veterans.
Oh, what a great cause.
Yep, it's going to be November 14th on a Saturday, and a new place, the Eagle Vale Country Club. Huge parking lot. Right. We're expecting 500. We've got another band opening up for us, which is a great band, and then we also have a silent disco. And
explain the silent disco for people.
And the other band is the Dean's List. The silent disco, we put it in a lower room, and it's 3 DJs. Everybody walks in the room, they get headphones, we show them how to do it, and they get 3 different channels, and so they can switch between one channel and the other. When they switch the channel to different DJs' sound, it lights up red, green, or blue on their headphone. So what happens is, as everybody starts turning red around you, and you've got blue, and you go, oh, that must be a better tune than mine. And you flick it, and then you're in the middle dancing with these people with red, and then it's tremendous.
So if you just come in from the outside and you don't have these headphones on, the room is completely quiet,
completely silent. Completely silent.
I haven't been to one of those. That sounds like a hoot.
It's a great time.
And the disclaimer too: Turkey Bash. You're not actually bashing turkeys.
No, we're not. We're making some money for a good cause.
Dropping them from helicopters, WKRP.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, Jerry, thank you ever so much. It's a good day outside. It's not snowing, and that's having you here with me.
I love being at your place. You're a gentleman. And I just love what you do.
I don't know.
Thank you.
I say it all the time. People get sick of me. Some people get it. You get it.
Yep.
Some people, your soul shows through on the outside.
Yep.
You're smiling.
Yeah.
You have this aura about you, Jerry.
Yeah.
You just it's just a delight being around you, and you make people happy.
Well, you're nice.
And
vice versa.
If you can do that, if you can help people a little bit away, life has meaning. So thank you ever so much. Again, I'm delighted to know you, and we will see you soon.
You got it. Thanks again.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. You can find our previous shows at nononsenseroundtable.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll make more.